Hello, Big Show nerds. Once again, I am Dustin, and these are your Nerd News headlines for April 6th, 2019. For those of you playing the home game, this should be for the 5th, but we had the Shazam premiere event that we did on Thursday and into Friday, so that kind of pushed things back a little bit. And also, before we jump into this video, a little bit of an announcement. Next week, we will not have any Nerd News headlines videos because I am preparing for Dink here in Colorado. So I will be rehearsing with my band and gearing up for the convention all week, and will not be doing headline videos. Starting TV news, we have an update from American Horror Story. Directly from Evan Peters himself at WonderCon, it seems that season 9 of American Horror Story will be the first season that will not feature Evan Peters. Moving next, we've got a little bit from comicbook.com. Is reporting that Curran Walters, the kid who played Jason Todd in Titans Season 1, just got bumped up to series regular for Season 2. So we will be seeing a lot more Jason Todd, apparently, in the next season of Titans. Shifting gears slightly into comedy television, we have the announcement made this week that Adam Sandler will be hosting, for the very first time, Saturday Night Live. It's very interesting that he's one of the more well-known cast members from the 90s, one of the more well-known cast members, period, and this is his first time hosting. Hopefully, the writers over at SNL will take notes from one of the best cast members the show's ever seen. And then rounding out our television news this week is the update from Cowboy Bebop. Just to catch everybody up, Netflix is doing a live-action series following in the footsteps of the anime Cowboy Bebop. If you have not seen the anime, you owe it to yourself to watch. It's just 22 episodes, and it will change the way you view anime, if not other aspects of your life. It's one of the best animes out there. So, the casting announcements we got are John Cho, who, if you recognize the name, it's because he was Harold in the Harold and Kumar movies. He will be playing Spike, the lead character. Mustafa Shakir, who we saw in Luke Cage, will be playing Jet Black. Daniela Pineda, who was in Jurassic World: The Lost Kingdom, will be playing Faye Valentine. Alex Hassel has been cast in the part opposite John Cho as Vicious. Hassel's previous credentials were not significant in the nerd world, so that one kind of remains to be seen how good of a casting choice it was. If you do not know these characters, again, you owe it to yourself to watch. It's just 22 20-minute episodes approximately. Check out the original anime for Cowboy Bebop, and then cross your fingers and hope the live action is even half that good. Full and proper shifting of the gears, we're moving into movie news, and we've got quite a bit in movie news. First up is Conjuring 3, got its official release date of September 11th, 2020. It seems they're trying to put out a Conjuring-related movie, be it a direct sequel like we're getting in 2020, or the Annabelle movie that we're getting later this year, some sort of Conjuring-related movie about once a year to once every other year, which could be a bad idea. Next up is fallout from the Disney-Fox merger. According to Exhibitor Relations' Twitter account, this week at CinemaCon, during the Disney presentation, they had a graphic up that was showing active properties in progress. And on that list were two rather large Fox properties, being Planet of the Apes and the Alien franchise. So perhaps we're going to be seeing something from Aliens beyond one of those TV shorts. Next is Star Wars news, because it's really not a proper movie news section without Star Wars news. This time it comes directly from Rian Johnson. He has made the announcement that once he is finished working on his thriller Knives Out, that he will be jumping headfirst into a galaxy far, far away, or back into a galaxy far, far away, I guess, working on his Star Wars trilogy. Next is another follow-up to the Suicide Squad news that we've been talking about, the coverage that we've been doing right here on your Nerd News headlines. This time, it's interesting. It seems that Idris Elba isn't going to be replacing Will Smith as Deadshot because they have completely removed Deadshot from the film. Now, Idris Elba is going to be in the film, and Will Smith is not, but who Idris Elba is going to be playing is being kept a very, very tightly held secret. Our previous discussion about this movie, about how only a select few of the characters, and those select few characters being Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn and Will Smith's Deadshot, now we know that's not happening, but Harley Quinn is returning. More characters have been announced as returning, and the actors playing them will also be returning. So Viola Davis is going to be returning as Amanda Waller, and Joel Kinnaman is going to be returning as Rick Flag, reportedly. Also returning is Jai Courtney, who played Captain Boomerang. Then our last bit of movie news is Mortal Kombat. So there's a 166 rapid fire question video with Ed Boon, the creator, co-creator rather, and now CEO of NetherRealm something. He's the dude that makes all the decisions. Ed Boon is the guy who you go talk to about all things Mortal Kombat and Injustice, it would seem. So in this 166 rapid fire question video that Game Informer has posted on their YouTube channel, one of the things that is brought up is the script for Mortal Kombat. Boon's response to the questions kind of echoes what we heard from James Wan about a little less than a year ago, about 8 months ago or so, saying that if it's going to be done, it needs to be done right. They need to get a budget, they need to get it in the right hands of the proper director. And Boon says that in the right hands, it's going to be amazing. I'm very much paraphrasing here, but it's approximately somewhere around that. Which, to me, and this is my interjection of opinion here, to me, that sounds like if Mortal Kombat 11 launches bigger or at least as big as Mortal Kombat 10, or MKX, if you will, then that very much says to me that Warner Brothers will be willing to invest in the film. If, though, Mortal Kombat 11 doesn't launch as large as they're expecting it to, and at this point, I feel like that's not really a question, but should that not happen, then they're not going to give it the budget it deserves, it would seem. So I forgot to film the ending for this episode, and I apologize, but that does it for this episode of Headlines Nerds. For a more in-depth conversation on these nerdy bits, plus much, much more, then you can join me on my channel, Generally Nerdy, right here on YouTube. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share on all of the Big Show entertainment media platforms. Tune in next time, nerds, for all that is going on in the nerd world.